We have some breaking news to bring you tonight. 3 more people are suing the city of Austin, claiming they were injured by police officers during protests against police brutality in the summer of 2020.
The city's already paid about $13 million to settle similar lawsuits in recent months. The KVUE defenders have been tracking the aftermath of these protests for months.
Let's bring in senior reporter Tony Plahetsky now to talk about these new lawsuits and the context of everything else that happened with those protests. Hi, Tony.
And a lot around it. Keep in mind that so far this year, 19 APD officers have been indicted for charges related to excessive force, and the city has settled lawsuits for the highest amount ever as the fallout from those protests continues almost 2 years later. Now, the suits filed today contend that Austin police used excessive force and infringed upon the constitutional rights of the protesters to free speech and assembly. They also alleged that the amount of force used was not proportionate to what may have been needed, and that the force was, quote, without provocation and any legitimate reason. In recent weeks, the city has settled cases involving the most seriously injured protesters. About $8 million went to Justin Howell, $2.95 million to Brad Ayala, and $2 million to Anthony Evans. An APD officer does face criminal charges related to the plaintiff in one of today's new lawsuits. Officer Eric Heim is charged with aggravated assault involving protester Alyssa Sanders, who said that she suffered from a fractured skull. Brian and Quita, we did reach out to the city this evening, but so far they have had no comment on this latest round of lawsuits.
All right, and this case just continues to keep on going. KVUE's senior reporter Tony Plahetsky live in the studio tonight with us. Tony, thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
You bet.
As Tony mentioned just then, the 19 officers, these are the 19 Austin police officers that are facing assault charges related to the protests of the summer of 2020. As of now, all of these cases are being handled separately in the Travis County courts. All 19 officers have been placed on administrative duty until the cases are resolved.